Okay, Mom want me to say part 12. So I got a lot of additional daughters out here. And my additional daughters are phenomenal. They're very well educated. They have a disposition that no one can match. And they already know that, shoot, we got the fake and the phony out here, and they fully aware. But they really need to be aware that there could be stuff in the food, the water, the area, the space, and everything. So wipe everything down. And don't give no one permission to do anything on your phone, your area, or anything here too. There's something about the essence of your space that you need to take care of. And you like, yeah, why do I feel that there? And I said, exactly, boo. So get you some green tea pills and start drinking you some tea. And I said, yeah, we need some tea today. And we already got some. And I said, yeah, she ain't gonna touch that box no more. I said, every time when someone wants to enjoy something, other people come along and try to drug it up, mess it up, and act like it's okay. It's not okay. Do you not have enough drugs in your body? I said, ain't that the truth? I said, all these drug heads want to keep on trying to drug people up, and nobody want to be a drug head like you, boo. And you need to go to the rehab center instead of trying to go in the shelter and act like, yeah, you getting help. You ain't getting help. See? And they let you bring nothing in. And you couldn't even sit down. And they really looking at you saying, yeah, we're going to put you out soon. But why would they put you out? They don't know. But even God said, you already know you don't belong here. But you do. Because you are a spider. And you like, yeah, I'm a spider, baby. And I said, don't we know it, here, boo? I said, get God on the phone. Said it won't be long. I see jigaboos. I see styrofoams. And I said, ain't that the truth? I said, there's something going on, and I don't like it. And I said, what you mean? I said, it's called a movement? They want to say, I think it's called a revolution. I said, what? The revolution of good people. And I said, y'all ain't doing right by somebody that's good. And I said, if she put out anything else and say y'all toxic, I said, ain't that the truth? I said, I don't know who knocked that on the floor, but I ain't getting it. And she ain't getting it. And I said, ain't that the truth, boo? I said, all y'all need to CCC y'all brain somewhere. And don't we know it here today? So even Grandma said, sure, we're about to be doing